Today we are discussing the customs and traditions of celebrating Ramadan in some African countries and especially in Mauritania. To shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to host today in the breakfast show our dear guest, Mr. Abdulrahman Sidi Mukhtar, President of the General Union of African Students in Egypt. Good morning, Mr. Mukhtar.
Good morning and Barak Ramadan.
Thank you so much. Happy Ramadan to you too. Well, sir, you've told me that you have spent 5 years in Egypt. So it's a good time or enough time to know Egypt by well. So could you give us your insight concerning the difference between celebrating Ramadan in Egypt and in Mauritania?
Okay, thank you. Yes, I'm now celebrating my 5th Ramadan here in Egypt, and I'm glad for that. Yes, between Egypt and Mauritania there is like similarities, a lot of similarities, yes, as like in celebrating Ramadan, but also there is some differences, similarities in spiritual prayers, like customs and something like this. But differences also have like they do have like some differences in the culture, in the cultural customs. So
in the family gatherings, for example.
Yes, of course.
Invitations.
But first of all, I have to admit that we don't have like the fawanis, we call it.
The lanterns?
Yeah, the lanterns. The Ramadan lanterns, we don't have those, yes, lanterns, and we don't lighten up the streets and homes.
Yes.
In the
there are no decorations, you mean?
There is some decoration, but it's not that.
What kind of decoration? Is it similar to what you see in Egypt?
No, it's not. But mainly, like the thing I see different is the spirit of Ramadan in Mauritanian Tea.
Yes.
The way people welcome in Ramadan in Mauritania.
They are very happy, of course, when Ramadan comes.
And I have to mention here that I really miss in Egypt. I really miss in Mauritania. What you call Layali al-Madih, which is like some nights, like singing some songs.
Yeah, some spiritual songs.
Mainly about
in the night,
about
yes,
Prophet and about his qualities.
We have here also some you know, programs like this in Old Cairo.
But of course it's different
in
Mauritania.
Street and yes.
And of course it's different in Mauritania.
Yes.
Yes, and of course there is a lot of similarities, like celebrating Ramadan with foods and sharing foods.
Yeah, what kind of food or meals do you have for iftar, and what do you have for suhoor, for example?
First of all, if I say is that contrary of what happens in Egypt, we don't have like the breakfast or the fast break in one time. Like we don't eat just one time.
Yes.
It's gradually.
Yes.
We start gradually. We start by dates and also
some dates. Then you pray first,
some
and then
dates and some freshly made juices. Like there's something we call bisam, which is here in Egypt. The rosal, karkadi, I think it's his name in Egypt.
Yes, some of the Ramadan drinks.
Yes, and also the tea, Mauritanian tea,
yes,
which is very crucial and important in the iftar, because it happens that a lot of Mauritanians have headache before the iftar because they didn't like drink tea all over the day.
How many hours do you fast?
It's nearly like here.
14
I think
or 15 hours.
14, like 13 even, like.
Yes.
And about meals, we do have marul hout, which is like fish, rice with fish, which is my favorite food in Mauritania.
Yes. Yes.
And also we have couscous, which is different from the way we do it here in Egypt.
Yes.
And also we have mava, and we have al-aish, and we have a lot of
bread. Kind
no,
of
not kind of bread. Al-aish is a different, like it's made from corn flour, I think.
Yes.
And yes, but it's different. We do also have
the desserts. What do you have for the desserts? We have special desserts here in Egypt during the holy month of Ramadan, like kunafa, like qataif.
Yes, those desserts like start to come to the Mauritanian table since like 10 years or 20 years, yes, now, but they are not traditional in our culture. Like, but we do like we have something we call the tagine, which is some grilled meat or fish or chicken, and then we we do the main platter, which is maybe marul hout, as I said, and mava,
Yes.
and we also
Concerning the prayers.
yeah. Concerning the prayers, it's as in any Muslim countries. We have the Taraweeh, like we pray in Maghrib, and after that we took like a round of tea, a Mauritanian tea, and then Al-Isha and Taraweeh, and
Yes.
after Taraweeh, mainly in the last 10 days of Ramadan, we do Tahajjud also,
Yes.
which is a prayer at 2 a.m. or something like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we know that in Mauritania they have a massive celebration that rooms the major countries and towns and the regions. What would you say about this?
About what exactly?
A crowd of people keeps going through the streets
In Ramadan, yes.
in celebrations.
It's a way of celebration, by the way. Like
Yes.
people are celebrating by being in the streets and
So
to
the
show
families goes out.
goes out, of course. They
Yes.
go out.
They tour the streets.
Of course, and it's a way of celebration. And I can say that it's a wake city in Ramadan. Like no one sleeps during the holy month of Ramadan during the night. So we do like in Layali al-Madh, we go to the Madh seats,
singing,
and
yes.
the singing, and we go like everyone in Mauritania has his like preferences in the places which he likes to go. But it's a festival, like we can say. It's the
Yes,
month,
yes.
festival month. So
Yes, yes. So do you have what we have here in Egypt, for example, the charity iftar banquets, for example? Do you have something
Yes,
like that
because- yeah,
for the poor people? Or
as you know, the holy month of Ramadan is a month of sharing and donating.
Yes.
So as in Mauritania also, like so many organizations took advantage of this to raise funds for patients, for poors, and we do also share foods. Like every Mauritanian family have to send some of the samples of the food made
Yes.
on the table to the mosque for the passers-by, and also for those coming to for prayers. So it's a culture of donation in Ramadan in general, and even in the start of Ramadan, we do share our food and our kitchen equipment with our neighbors. And so yes, we can say at all, it's a month of sharing in Mauritania. And
Yes, we have
donating.
some videos and some food from Mauritania.
So this is called the tagine.
Yes.
Tagine, yes. This is the main, the first main platter. This is like some grilled chicken or meat,
Yes.
or sometimes fish.
Yeah.
It's also some we are always gathering people around.
Yes. Do you
around.
exchange invitations
Of course,
between
of
the
course.
families?
Well, yeah, of course, it's one of the characteristic of Ramadan, like sharing some nights in family house. This is a tea, which is the Mauritanian tea, which is very crucial and important in the holy month of Ramadan. And we do speak it's a crucial part of our sitting even.
Yes.
Like doing anything, we do the tea parley simultaneously.
Yes. What is the role of the civil institutions in Mauritania during the holy month of Ramadan?
Yes, as I mentioned just before, it's a month of donation, so they took advantage to raise funds about some for patients, for example, for oncology. There was a campaign here in this holy Ramadan campaign for the oncology patients, and also for sometimes for poor people, like sending some support and aid for some. Yes, and also in organizing, as I said, the singing, sitting, and organizing the events in the Ramadan nights.
Yes. So during the day and during the fasting hours, how do Mauritanians spend the day?
Okay, it's just as a
Some
normal.
people are at work, others are preparing for
Yeah, we can
iftar.
say that some people are at work, the other people are sleeping until like 2 p.m. or something like this.
Yes.
So at 2 p.m., women and men start like
Preparing, yes.
preparing, and it's a long process, like preparing because we Mauritanian, we do a lot of dishes, a lot of platters, so that takes time, like from the from women to prepare everything.
Yes.
So even like it continues after iftar, even like preparing the next platter.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of time.
So since you've spent 5 years here in Egypt, you've for sure you've seen the Msaharati here in Egypt.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Do you have something like that in Mauritania?
Yeah, we do have like I just remember Msaharati
Yes.
in my childhood, because now as I said, in the city there is no Msaharati, because we don't need even Msaharati, because we do have like a wake city in the whole month. But I still remember something like this, a very old man who is like having a drum and saying some words about suhoor and
Yes.
about fast breaking. Yes.
Yes. So how does the Mauritanian people prepare for the month of Ramadan, and since it's still Sha'ban, how do they prepare themselves
Yeah, like
to welcome this holy month?
the thing I like about our culture in preparing for Ramadan is to demanding forgiveness from everyone.
Yes.
Everyone is saluting everyone, like demanding forgiveness, and that's a very good thing, I think. Also, like trying to buy equipment, and a lot of equipment, by the way, which useless in a large time, but we do buy it, and also some foods and elements, like starting like we start preparing for Ramadan and for Ramadan foods, which is there is also always a variety of foods every day and every night.
Yes. Yes. What are yes?
And also
please.
spiritually, they start preparing themselves spiritually.
Yes.
There's some people shaving their hair.
Their hair.
They have like they said that they want their hair to grow up with Ramadan, which is a hair for Ramadan. So there's a lot of customs and cultures about that.
Yes. So special traditions and special food and cookies. This, you know. Also, the dates that you've mentioned,
Yeah.
this is very common in all the Muslim countries.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a part of even of Sunnah. It's
Yes,
it's a part of this. Yeah.
This is in all the Muslim countries.
Yes, yes, and
Yes.
we do it like twice in the fast breaking, and also before suhoor.
Suhoor,
yeah,
yes,
the
yes.
same thing.
What are the African countries that you feel it resembles, or the traditions are similar to Mauritania during the holy month of Ramadan?
Yeah, I think we do have like some similarities with our neighbor countries, because we are in a very special geographic place between
Yes.
the sub-Saharan Africa and the Northern Africa. So we share, for example, Marul Hout with Senegal. It's called in Senegal Teboudan. And also we share La Harira and also some foods with Morocco and Algeria. So yes, we have some common foods and common traditions, like in Madh, for example. We have like some very similar thing in Senegal and also in Morocco. Mainly in Sofia, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, we do have similarities in the spiritual actions and also in foods with our neighbors Mali, Senegal, and Morocco and Algeria.
Yes, yes. So how long have the Mauritanian people have been celebrating Ramadan in this way as it is today?
Since it's coming to Mauritania, like before centuries, yeah, for centuries, because we were like, it was called like Shinqit or Bilad Shinqit before.
Yes.
Like the pre-colonial, like colonial Mauritania,
Yeah.
was Shinqit. So it's been formed like the maybe the third century.
Yes. You know why I'm asking, because for example here in Egypt there are some traditions that started only 1000 years ago, since the Fatimid era in Cairo. The lanterns, the decorations that we still have in our traditions here in Egypt.
Yeah, I don't have like a chronology for this tradition how it's coming, but I think it's always like something shows up in the Mauritanian cultures, but it's as it is. So as it is from like a long time ago.
Yes. So you are now living in Egypt for 5 years, and you're spending Ramadan here in Egypt. So tell me about your Egyptian neighbors during the holy month of Ramadan.
Yeah, they are very good neighbors, by the way, and they are very generous even in Ramadan.
Do they ask you to come and eat with them?
Yes.
Because you're alone here with your family?
Yes, of course. It happened a lot of times. And I do like mahshi, by the way.
Yes.
It was shared with me. It's a very good platter. And the
green soup or mulukhiyya?
I'm not a big fan of mulukhiyya.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do like mahshi, and I like the
beans?
like the Egyptian spirit or compartment in Ramadan. It changes the Egyptian character even to be like a kinder one, or it really affects
helpful,
how it really affects how people are treating each other in the streets and they're living. And I do like Cairo in Ramadan
in
nights.
Ramadan, yes.
In Ramadan nights.
Yeah, what makes Cairo or Egypt very special in Ramadan, and most of the Arab countries would love to come and spend Ramadan here in Egypt, from your point of view?
Maybe
as you've just mentioned, the spirit.
The spirit, also the lights, and what you call Mawa'id Rahman, which is
yes, the charity banquet.
And distributing foods for all like passers-by in the streets. Yes. And everything like. And like the events even in Ramadan, happening in Ramadan, when you go to Al Hussein, for example,
yes.
and going to
Mu'izz Street.
Mu'izz Street, when you saw all of this, yes, it's a very seducing events like to come to Egypt.
Yes, there are special celebrations and events and ritual songs during the holy month of Ramadan in the old Cairo, and especially in the houses like Al-Sahimi house or many houses, Islamic houses here in Egypt.
I might not like very familiar with that because I didn't attend like a lot of this. That's why I told you about Al-Madh and like the song or the singing like sets in Mauritania.
Yeah.
But I do like the way they do that. I know like a band called Al-Hadra, I think, or something.
Yes.
I always like singing those kind of songs. I do like that, but I'm not like really familiar with the sets or the events like happening here.
Yes, a big, of course, cultural movement is taking place during the holy month of Ramadan here in Egypt, in Old Cairo, of course, and Cairo Opera House and many places and theaters here in Egypt.
Egypt is changing, or Cairo is changing during Ramadan. Is wearing a new. We can say a new face or a new dress. You can say a new Ramadan dress and everything. Even like every like when you go to a magazine, every magazine is like setting up some dress, some Ramadan tissue, some Ramadan fawanis, as you said,
lanterns,
lanterns, Ramadan lanterns,
the
and
decorations,
also some lights, and
everything.
It's a whole thing, it's everywhere.
Yes, it's concerning the costumes. Do you have special costumes for Ramadan?
Not exactly, but in Ramadan we are always trying to look better always, and to be in a good dress. But no, we do have like some dress for Al-Eid, which is like
for the feast, of course.
For the feast, after Ramadan. But no, there is no dressing for Ramadan exactly.
So concerning reciting Quran during the holy month of Ramadan in Mauritania.
So yes, our relation as Mauritanians with Al-Quran is a very, you can say it's like the very close or the very stronger relation
Yes.
A population can have with Quran.
Yeah.
Because we do have like obligation even in our childhood, since the very child age, to go to the like to the Quran school and to recite Quran and to learn Quran. And you can even like in the street you can find like a man like reciting by like on his own, like reciting Quran in the street in a loud voice, like in the street. It's not something strange
Yes.
in Mauritania. And that doubles in Ramadan. And like in the house, at home, you can always see some people like taking al-Mus'haf and reciting some Quran. And
Yes.
also in Taraweeh, people take advantage like to also recite some Quran. Yes,
Yes.
it's a bit closer relationship with Quran in Ramadan.
Yes, yes. Concerning observing the Crescent the day before Ramadan starts in Mauritania.
Yes, we do that. We do that in a very traditional way. So we do have a committee, a national committee. So if anyone saw the crest like in anywhere, so if he's like there is some qualities to be in this man to
Yes.
to be believed to sow the crest. And so yes, when you sow the crest, like the crescent, so it's Ramadan, and we do pray Taraweeh for the first night of Ramadan, and we celebrate all of this.
Yes. Happy Ramadan to you and to all Mauritanian people, of course. And thank you very much for joining us today, Mr. Abdulrahman Sidi Al-Mukhtar, President of General Union of African Students in Egypt. Thank you very much. I really had the pleasure to host you today.
Thank you. Ramadan Kareem.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for following me in this segment. My name is Mukhtar. I leave you with my colleague Kareem Jamaluddin.